It has been a long journey, but I'm grateful to be back in one piece. Hey guys, it's Skybell and you're welcome to my channel. Today is a sit down video where I will be spilling all the tea. As you can see in my hand, I have a hot cup of tea with me, and I want to just share with you guys what has been going on. So this trip was amazing. As you can see, I have my YouTube Black on. It's kind of bittersweet because when I got the call and the email that I had been selected for YouTube Black class of 2022, I was super excited. I mean, I had already forgotten that I applied, and I was like, oh my goodness, I was actually selected. So yes, it was a dream come true. It was a breakthrough. It just made me feel seen. It's one thing to post on the platform and have that interaction with your viewers and you guys, but then it's another level when the platform itself recognizes you and give you more or less their pat on the back, like, well done, you're doing well. So we had our graduation in Cape Town, South Africa. My goodness, Cape Town is freaking gorgeous. The city is amazing. I mean, the views are breathtaking. Everywhere you turn, there's mountains everywhere. It looks like something from a movie, and I definitely would go back to Cape Town. I thought I knew South Africa. The place was gorgeous. Joburg is amazing, the mall, this and that. But Cape Town, my goodness, a city to behold. So we left before we even go to the flight itself, let's start from the visa. So if you notice any changes in my background, do not be alarmed. It's still the same Skybell. It's just a different day. And when it was time for post-production, I realized that some of the footages were not properly recorded, and it happens all the time when you're creating content, but it's just one of those things. So I'm reshooting this on a different day, same outfit, same story, same juicy content. All right, so let me continue from where I stopped, which was the visa process. We applied at the end of October, I think, and I felt it was a little bit too close to the departure date. It was barely 2 weeks, and even the officers were like, you guys are applying really late. And I'm like, oh, don't worry, we're going with Google, we'll be fine, we'll get the visa on time. And he was like, there are delays, so you guys should have. He was like, yeah, there are delays now, you should have applied a bit earlier. I didn't think too much of it. I just submitted the documents and I went about my business. A couple of days to the flight, we still had not heard back from them. I kept going to the office. I kept asking Daisy. I kept asking other creators, what's going on? Have you gotten your visa? It was like silence everywhere. Now, this was a day to the flight. I mean, we are flying out tomorrow to Lagos, and we still hadn't gotten the visa. I had to go to the VFS office to ask them, what's going on? Like, where's my passport? What's happening? And he was like, sorry, if you haven't gotten any email saying that your visa is ready for pickup, that means you've not gotten the visa. And at this point I was very uneasy, very restless. I was just like, oh my god, am I going to miss this trip? Am I going to miss my graduation? Anyway, I left the VFS office, and the guy told me I should probably check in with UPS to see if the passport is there, and then I can pick it up from them. And I went there. They were like, I'm so sorry, your passport has not been delivered, this has not been dispatched, we don't know where it is. So I went home. Around past 5, I got the email saying your passport is ready for pickup in Abuja. It will be dispatched tomorrow. Then I got the email from UPS saying your passport will be set for delivery tomorrow. So I was like, you know what? I want my passport now. I ran straight to the UPS office and told them, is it possible for me to get my passport? They were like, it's coming in from Abuja. It's a Friday and it will be delivered on Monday. And I told them, madam, that will not be possible. We have an event and we're supposed to leave tomorrow. I can't wait till Monday. I'm going to miss the whole thing. She said, oh, so sorry, there's nothing we can do. I'm like, please, oh, you need to help me. So I had to make them stop the passport in Abuja, and the following day I sent someone very early in the morning to go and help me pick up my passport and then send it back to me in Port Harcourt with a flight. It was crazy, but it worked, and the following day, I was off to Lagos. I had a little issue with my outfit. I mean, there were so many things going wrong. I ordered an outfit as a keynote speaker, and I got there, they had sent me a wrong color, the fit was off. I had to make a stop at their office for alterations and to pick up a new dress before heading straight to the airport with Daisy. It was just so ridiculous, like the stress was mounting. Mind you, when all this was going on, I didn't even think about food, breakfast, none of that. I was just trying to get to the airport on time so I don't miss my flight. Thankfully, around 3-ish, I made it and I was at the airport. Got there around 5 from Ikeja, and oh my goodness, I felt relieved. Guys, look who I met at the airport.
I'm so excited.
Yes. Guys, so we are about to check in. The line is moving. We're going now. So we finally checked in and we're about to board. I'm so excited. I've seen amazing content creators and I'm going to see even more. I'm going to introduce them. I'm happy because after all the hurdles, we finally made it. We are about to board and I will probably check in with you guys once we are on the plane. The person sitting beside me, he was curious. He was like, I see a lot of creators on here. Are you guys going for an event and all of that? And we started chatting and I told him, oh, we'll have our graduation, blah, blah, blah. Everything was perfect. Everything was fine up until, oh my God. Right after we finished the conversation and, I started to watch a movie, I started to feel slightly drowsy. The thing with me is I'm anemic and I'm supposed to eat very early. If I don't eat and I start feeling drowsy, I have less than 60 seconds to remedy it, otherwise it's going downhill from there. I saw the lady on that row, the same row as me. She had a baby and the baby was just fussing. She called the attendants on the Rwanda Air flights. Don't use Rwanda Air. And she was like, oh, please, can I have my food early? My baby is crying. They were like, no, you can't. I said, then I just need to hold on and wait for them. By the time they started service and all that, I was feeling super drowsy. I was resting on my side. When I got the food, the moment I did this, that was the end. Like my whole system just shut down. I started throwing up. I called one of the flight attendants. I'm like, I'm not feeling good. I need to lay down now. And they're like, oh, we'll get back to you. We're coming. And then that one will pass. Another one will come. I'll call them. Please, I'm not feeling well. I need to lie down. Oh, just a second. We are coming. They kept doing that for well over 40 minutes and I kept throwing up and I kept throwing up. The first paper bag, second paper bag, third paper bag, and I was holding them in my hand. They just kept telling me, oh, we are coming, until I called one of the attendants and I told them, I said, see, I'm about to faint right now and I need to lay down now. As you can see, I'm vomiting, I'm throwing up, I can't keep anything down. He was like, okay. Took me to business class. The seats in business class, you can't lay down, they can't recline, and I was just there, and at this point I couldn't see well. Everywhere was just spinning round and round. I heard one of the attendants saying she if someone wants tea or coffee, so I called her and I said, can I please have tea? I need to drink something sweet with sugar. She was like, oh, okay, we're coming. But she had this look of, abeg, don't bother me. And then before you know it, I just went off. The only thing I remember was a couple of people hijacking me and taking me to God knows where on the flight, and they were like, bring blanket. And I'm like, what is happening? So apparently I passed out and they had to, take me to God knows where. I don't know if it's a clinic or something, but they took me somewhere on the flight and they were trying to start an IV fluid. That was just hell because they kept poking my hands. It wasn't going through. And then They just kept giving me really sweet drinks like tea, chai tea, Fanta, Coke. They just kept giving me to boost my sugar level. They were checking my blood count. They were doing so many things at the same time. I didn't even know they had asked if there was a doctor on the plane. Thankfully there was. He came in to assist them, and yeah, it was a crazy flight. When we landed Kigali, I was rushed straight to the hospital in a wheelchair. It was not fun at all. Like, it wasn't fun at all. So when I got to the hospital, they immediately started an IV fluid for me. You know, they gave me a couple of injections and I had to wait there. And the nurse kept asking me, are you okay? Can you walk? Are you sure you want to continue the journey? In my mind, I'm like, You said what? I came all this way to stay here and no, I'm fine. Each time I say, yes, I'm fine. She said, are you sure? I say, I'm fine. Can you stand up? I say, yes. Then at a point, you know, because I kept, while she was doing all this, I started hearing, you know, the announcement that they make, Nwamaka, this is the final boarding call for Nwamaka. I said, no, Abule, you people will wait for me. I'm going to Cape Town today. Next thing you know, someone from the Rwanda Air flight came and she was asking the nurse, should we go? Should we leave her behind? The nurse kept asking me, we need to keep you overnight. I said, madam, don't keep me. I'm going. Push me. You should put me inside this flight. Let me go. They were like, okay, please stand up. Let's see. As I stood up, I started wavering. They were like, you are not strong enough. I said, please, I'm going. After all the headache of getting this visa, he said, I will not go. They took me, and then I was the last person to board. And, you know, everyone was like, oh my God, how are you doing? I was like, I'm fine. I'm okay. So we continued from Kigali to Joburg. Now, here's the challenge. Hey, God, they followed me on this journey. When we got to Joburg, it was time to pick up our bags because we had a connecting flight from Joburg to Cape Town. I went to, you know, the carousel and I was waiting for my bag and it kept going round and going round and going round. I said, it didn't cross my mind that these people did not bring my bag. Until finally, they called us. They said, oh, if you can't find your bag, just come with me, go this way. We went and they were like, oh, we're so sorry, you didn't come with your bag, you left them in Kigali. I said, hey, can this flight get any worse than this? Like, can this journey get any worse than this? So yes, they had left my bag back in Kigali. I don't know for what reason. And I was just like, wow, just great. I continued to Cape Town and mind you, I checked in all my bags. The only thing I took with me was my camera and my handbag. Every other thing I checked it in. So down to toothbrush, toothpaste, I did not have anything on me. So at this point, I had already reached out. You know, I sent several emails to the YouTube team to let them know, guys, this was going on, and they were super helpful throughout the entire process. When I landed, they were just like, you know, let's take you and get you a few items to settle in. They took care of us. Let me not lie. They treated us like YouTube children. As in, you can see the gear, right? So we got there. The first day we were supposed to go for wine tasting. By this time I wasn't feeling so strong, but they were like, let's go, it will be fun and all that. We got dressed. I was too tired. By the time we came down, the bus had left. I'm like, it's okay, let me go and rest.
Okay. Hey guys, so I am at the Sky Lounge, I believe that's what it's called. Hey guys, I'm at the Infinity restaurant and I'm just here to have lunch. I actually missed the wine tasting and I feel a little bit down, but it's fine. I was already getting tired anyway, so I'm just going to have lunch and
no one seems to get me here. They talk about some old stuff that I don't even want to hear. The crazy part is that.
So we rested. The following morning we were supposed to do yoga. I'd never tried yoga before, but from now on, if they are abroad, we are going to do yoga.
Hey guys, good morning. So we are actually headed to the beach right now, and really and honestly, I have fear of missing out big time, so I don't want to miss out on any activity. I would have preferred to rest, but I would try and put myself together and go out there. Thankfully this morning I'm not feeling so weak, so yeah, my energy is up there. So let me show you guys around. Cape Town is absolutely gorgeous. The whole place is so beautiful. The mountain views are incredible. I'm looking at one right now.